Fall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. Upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Space to maneuver at the 40. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Following the interception, Cousins. Catch is made by Hardman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. That will give to Madison, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
So, Charles, this defense, in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Let's go.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Harris. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out.
And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum, because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, It actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Madison running on first down. And some room to work. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
7 yards, the pickup there.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the 36, Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Cousins.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They go play action. Cousins.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Madison.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll try to run with Madison, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Haskins going to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone, toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Again, it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins hooking up over the middle with Herndon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Play fake. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
He finds his target, Ebron. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive,
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Rolling to his right. Going deep now for Herndon. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And it's 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 21-14.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. Herndon's got it complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On play action, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action now, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
12-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth.
And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
7 yards, the pickup there.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Now Cousins. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Throwing is Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a first down carry for Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Cousins.
Finding Herndon. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
1st and 10 at the 47.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6 and 7 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5 and 8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.